Hello, everyone. I still have incredibly vivid memories from when I was younger, listening to stories about folks who ultimately lost their battle with cancer. Back then, the very idea of actually discovering a legitimate cure for cancer seemed like a complete fantasy, something that was just totally beyond our reach. But these days, we're seeing clear and undeniable evidence, rock-solid proof even, that demonstrates that cancer can indeed be overcome, and that people who are fighting cancer really can go back to living full and rewarding lives, just like they deserve. The information that I'm sharing with you today comes directly from Dr. William Li, a truly respected scientist and a leading expert in the field of cancer research. I sincerely hope that you find it helpful and beneficial to you in some way. It's been said that when cancer gets the right nutrients and a sufficient blood supply, it can explode with incredibly rapid growth, multiplying up to an astonishing 16,000 times in just a few weeks. That's a genuinely frightening thought. And it makes you really wonder why some patients don't seem to get better, even when they're receiving the absolute best care and treatment that modern medicine has available to offer them. For instance, think about breast cancer. When it reaches a size of just 1 centimeter, it already contains a shocking 1 billion cancer cells. That really underscores just how quickly and aggressively cancer can spread throughout the body, making early detection so incredibly crucial. It's a similar story with immunotherapy, a type of cancer treatment where some people see really encouraging and positive results, while others, unfortunately, don't respond to it at all, which can be incredibly disheartening. Research indicated that all the usual factors were pretty much the same across both groups, things like age, gender, and overall health. But there was one small but significant difference that stood out: the presence of a specific bacterium called Akkermansia Muciniphila. This tiny organism lives in the mucus lining of our intestines, primarily in the first part of the colon, where it really thrives and flourishes, creating a healthy gut environment. Studies have even demonstrated that patients who have this bacterium in their gut tend to have a better response to immunotherapy treatments, which is really fascinating. Scientists took this bacterium from the people who were showing improvement and put it into mice that weren't responding to immunotherapy. And can you believe what happened? Their immune systems revved back up and started fighting the cancer again. This strongly suggests that this bacterium could be a real game changer when it comes to treating cancer and improving patient outcomes. Now, the big question is, how can we increase the levels of Akkermansia Muciniphila in our bodies? In the past, there weren't any commercially available probiotics that were specifically designed for this bacterium, but luckily, some supplements are starting to appear on the market, offering a more direct way to boost those levels. But if you're looking for ways to naturally boost your levels of this bacterium, there are a number of foods that can help you do just that. First on the list, pomegranate juice, or the pomegranate seeds themselves, which are packed with beneficial nutrients. Second, cranberry juice, or even dried cranberries, which are also known for their health benefits. Third, Concord grapes, the kind that you typically find in grape juice, and they're full of antioxidants. Fourth, red chili peppers, like the ones that we often use in our cooking to add a little spice and flavor. And fifth, and certainly not least, Chinese black vinegar, a staple in many Asian cuisines. All of these foods have the potential to help increase Akkermansia levels in your gut, contributing to a healthier gut microbiome. Now think about this. Roughly 10,000 errors happen every day as our DNA is being copied. Each one of those errors could potentially turn into a microscopic cancer. If it's not kept in check, it can grow into a tumor and become a serious health issue. So how can we really protect ourselves from cancer and minimize our risk? Well, our immune system is usually pretty good at finding and getting rid of these microscopic cancers when they're just starting to form, acting as a natural defense mechanism. But if your immune system isn't functioning properly or your gut bacteria are out of balance, the risk of cancer goes up significantly. That's why gut health, and especially the presence of beneficial bacteria like Akkermansia that live there, is so incredibly important in the ongoing fight against cancer and maintaining overall well-being. When thousands of mutations or changes are happening inside our bodies every single day, why don't we get cancer all the time? Why isn't it that everyone gets cancer when they're children? The reason is that our bodies are constantly defending themselves. We have these natural health defense systems that are always working, from the time we're born until the day we die, protecting us from harm. But when these systems get weak or run down, cancer can start to spread slowly, and that's when we start to notice it and experience symptoms. That's why women are often told to check their breasts every day while they're showering or bathing, so they can be proactive about their health. If they feel any lump or thickening, they should go see a doctor right away for a checkup. When cancer spreads a lot, the immune system can't always handle such a large number of cancer cells on its own. It's the same with chemotherapy or other medications. They're not always effective enough on their own to eradicate the cancer completely. You also need to bolster the immune system, and that's where new research comes in, offering potential ways to enhance the body's natural defenses. Cancer needs healthy blood vessels full of nutrients to keep growing and thriving. But our bodies have a system called angiogenesis, which controls where to make blood vessels and where not to, ensuring that blood vessels are only formed where they're needed. A 1-centimeter tumor, which has 1 billion cells, has about 100 million tiny blood vessels feeding it, providing it with the resources it needs to grow. In lab studies, scientists observed that as soon as a blood vessel reaches a microscopic tumor, it can grow an amazing 16,000 times in just 2 weeks, highlighting the rapid growth potential of cancer when it has access to a blood supply. So, what can we do to be proactive about all of this and take steps to protect ourselves? First and foremost, we need to fortify our immune system, making it as strong and resilient as possible. A healthy diet, regular exercise, and an overall healthier lifestyle can all help to boost our immune system, which can then effectively get rid of those microscopic cancers before they have a chance to develop. Second, eat anti-angiogenic foods, foods that actively prevent blood from reaching the cancer, essentially starving it of the resources it needs to grow. Things like black coffee and tea. They both have natural compounds that essentially starve cancer by cutting off its blood supply. These foods can be really helpful in preventing cancer from spreading and potentially slowing its growth. There was a really interesting research study done at Cornell University in New York where they followed Swedish women for 13 years, gathering valuable data on their health and lifestyle. These women were all at a normal weight, not considered obese, which made the study even more insightful. They had a DEXA scan, which gives a detailed look at the amount of fat in the body, providing a comprehensive assessment of their body composition. They found that women who were skinny fat, seemingly thin on the outside but with a higher amount of fat on the inside, had 3 times the risk of getting breast cancer, which was a surprising and concerning finding. That's because fat causes inflammation, and cancer thrives in that kind of environment, making it more likely to develop and spread. And it's not just breast cancer. Visceral fat greatly increases the risk of 14 other kinds of cancer, affecting various parts of the body. Things like colon cancer, ovarian cancer, lung cancer, prostate cancer, you name it. Think about how our liver, stomach, colon, and small intestine are all packed together in our abdomen, closely situated next to each other. When there's a lot of visceral fat, that's the fat that's between the internal organs. It fills in all the spaces between those folds, creating a crowded and potentially unhealthy environment. When there's too much of it, it doesn't just fill the space. It starts to put pressure on the organs themselves, hindering their normal function. Then, these fats can grow so much that they outgrow their own blood supply, leading to further complications. This means that oxygen can't reach them properly, and they become hypoxic, meaning they're not getting enough oxygen, which can damage the cells. When they don't get enough oxygen, these fats cause a lot of inflammation, which spreads throughout the body, creating a systemic inflammatory response. So, when someone looks thin on the outside but their organs are being squeezed and inflammation is everywhere, that can definitely contribute to cancer and increase their risk. Angiogenesis, that awesome health defense system we talked about earlier. A human body has about 60 miles of blood vessels, a vast network that reaches every corner of our body. They carry oxygen and vital nutrients to every single cell, fueling our bodies and keeping us alive and healthy. So, if you're eating healthy foods, it's going to travel everywhere through the blood, nourishing your cells and promoting overall well-being. But on the other hand, if you're eating something bad or breathing in something harmful, that also spreads everywhere through those same vessels, potentially causing damage and increasing the risk of disease. Inside the blood vessels, there's a layer called the endothelial layer, which helps blood flow smoothly, preventing clots and ensuring efficient circulation. But when someone has high blood pressure, diabetes, or just lives an unhealthy lifestyle, this layer gets damaged, and that's when problems start to arise. When the inside of the blood vessels is damaged, things in the blood start to stick to the walls, like plaque building up in arteries. This sticking and building up make the vessels narrower, restricting blood flow and increasing the risk of heart disease and other vascular problems. The other main job of angiogenesis is to get oxygen and nutrients to the places that need them, like our organs and tissues, supporting their function and maintaining their health. Because this system is so important, the body controls it very carefully, ensuring that it's functioning optimally. Blood vessels are made where they're needed, and they're gotten rid of where they're not needed, maintaining a delicate balance. If new blood vessels are made to feed cancer cells, oxygen and food will start reaching them, and the cancer will grow even more, which is obviously really dangerous and needs to be prevented. Now imagine we could do a DNA sequence of a cancer tumor, mapping out its genetic makeup. We could find all the errors, all the mutations that have happened in that cancer, identifying the specific genetic changes that are driving its growth. These mutations are the primary cause of the cancer, the underlying reason why it's developing and spreading. If we look at the DNA of a normal cell and compare it to the DNA of the cancer cell, we can see the differences between the two, pinpointing the unique mutations that are present in the cancer. And that's where artificial intelligence comes in, playing a crucial role in analyzing complex data. The computer compares both DNAs and finds the mutations that are only in the cancer cells, identifying the specific targets for treatment. Then, using technology, we make a protein for that list of mutations, a personalized protein that's specifically designed for that cancer, targeting its unique vulnerabilities. That protein is then injected back into your body, acting as a personalized cancer vaccine. When this injection goes into the body, your immune system gets a signal that an enemy has arrived, and it starts making antibodies to fight the cancer, mounting an immune response against the tumor. This isn't just some crazy idea either. It's actually being tested in clinical trials right now, showing promising results. There's a scientist working tirelessly on these personalized cancer vaccines, pushing the boundaries of cancer treatment. A research article was published in Nature Communications, a prestigious scientific journal, where this treatment was given to over 100 patients with brain cancer. Glioblastoma, or brain cancer, is a disease where most people die within 2 years, a devastating diagnosis with a poor prognosis. But with this new vaccine, some people are actually becoming cancer-free, experiencing a remarkable turnaround in their health. What used to seem impossible is now slowly becoming a reality, offering hope for a future where cancer is more effectively treated. So, that was some really important information about cancer, covering various aspects of the disease and potential strategies for prevention and treatment. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end and for visiting the channel. I really appreciate it. If you liked the video, please show your support by giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with other people who might find it helpful. And if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, please do so to stay updated on future content. Until next time, take really good care of yourselves and prioritize your health and well-being. Inshallah, we'll connect in the next video. Goodbye.